Howdy, y'all. It's great to have y'all on the show today. Today, the theme of our show that I'm hoping y'all will take with you is that y'all gotta love yourselves before you can love others. I'm gonna have 4 guests here to talk about what's keeping them from having a normal relationship. Our first guest today is Marguerite Ann Johnson.
Dr. Phil, help me, por favor. I can't have a normal relationship because I'm haunted by my past. You see, I was raped as a child, and I think I might be a lesbian. I'm trying to raise my baby as a single mother. Help me. Hello, Dr. Phil. Thank you for having me and my baby here on the show. I'm ready for a change in my life.
It's great to have you here, Marguerite.
Please call me Maya.
Maya, then. Our second guest that we will have on the show today is Winston.
Dr. Phil, I need your help. How can I have a relationship if the only woman I've ever loved only loved me because she liked to break the rules? Not to mention that any kids I would have would most likely turn me into the thought police. My government's corrupted, and there's nothing I can do about it. The worst thing is, I wish I was as ignorant as the average party member.
Why, hello, Winston. It's great to have you here with us today.
I think they followed me.
Right. Well, our next guest is Maxine Hong Kingston.
Hello, Dr. Phil. I'm sending in this tape because I found it's hard for me to love when I don't even know who I am. As an icon of the American culture, you must be able to help me. Where do I belong? Which culture do I belong to? I'm lost in a crowd of people. I'm haunted by my mother's stories, but they're all I have to go by. Please help me, Dr. Phil. I can't live my life as a Chinese ghost among the American people.
Well, hey there, Maxine. It's great to have you on the show today.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Shut up, Mom. I don't want to go on some stupid show to talk to some stupid old guy. He's probably not even a real doctor. I don't need any help. You have no idea what I've seen or what I've done. Not just anyone can live with my memories. How would some old guy have any idea what I've been through? Leave me alone. Go away.
Well, hello there, Jack. I have a feeling that we have a lot of work to do.
Sure, whatever.
I'm sensing some hostility. You would never survive out in the wild. You would have been sacrificed to the Lord of the Flies in the first week.
What's the Lord of the Flies?
He's the god of the island where I was marooned.
You know, maybe he was a ghost. The fly ghost. He calls upon the flies to take the rotten, pungent bodies that were laid out to be sacrificed.
No way. What'd you know? Did you just make that up?
It could happen.
I want y'all to shut up. Well, Winston, you're being awfully quiet. Perhaps you feel threatened in an environment where a higher power, such as, say, a government, is telling you exactly what to do.
Actually, I'm just kind of tired. I stayed up late all night watching the telescreen. And plus, these people are just kind of weird.
I want you to shut the up. Why don't y'all talk a little bit about yourselves and what your problems are? Y'all need to accept yourselves before y'all can engage in mature relationships with other adult persons.
Well, every time I try to go into a relationship, it never really works out. I mean, it's hard enough trying to date with a child, but, well, I was raped as a niña, and it's just hard for me.
You may be blaming yourself for this rape.
Well, I guess so.
Is there something you're not telling us? I mean, come on, why hold things back from people that care about you?
There has been more than one instance where I've had to, question my sexual identity.
I want you to accept your sexuality and who you are as a human being. Who are you to deny yourself true happiness? Next. Winston, I guess it's your turn now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your situation?
Let's see. Well, Recently, I found out that my government lies to me on a daily basis. Oh yeah, and what else? My girlfriend is dead. And I have no idea, but for some reason, I all of a sudden love Big Brother.
You're allowing yourself to be tied down and burdened with your memories like a strong man with a lot of weights in his hands. You need to get rid of those weights and be true to your true potential. Break free, Winston. Break free.
What?
BAM! You, sir, are hailed. Well, Maxine, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you feel that you don't belong?
I'm not really sure. That's why I'm here.
I think somebody needs a hug.
Please don't touch me, bad American ghost. I guess I just can't decide between the Chinese culture and the American culture, and there doesn't really seem to be a middle ground.
That's very interesting. Why don't you ask yourself what you want?
I want to make the right choice. I want these ghosts to stop following me, and I just want to belong somewhere.
Dr. Phil wants you to live the good old American life. Now what about you, Jack? Why don't you tell us how you feel?
I want to go home. The Lord of the Flies is angry with you.
Maybe you're hiding behind this Lord of the Flies persona voodoo. Why don't you tell us how Jack feels?
Jack wants to go back to his island and hunt Piggy.
I think we'd all be much happier if you just went back to your dang island. That's all for today, folks. I think we've all learned a lesson here today, and that is that you guys need to stop being such dipshits. You know, we're done here today. That's all. Bye. Bye, y'all.
How did this help us here? I'm still haunted by my past.
Look, Maya, is it alright if I call you Maya? You need to let go of your past. What matters most is you, your future, and you're the only person in charge of it.
Yo, you're right. Thanks, Winston.
And same goes for you, Maxine. You need to let go of whatever's holding you down.
My mother's stories. Talk stories about ghosts that punish and haunt. You know what, Winston? You're right. Please let go. Thanks.
And you know what, Jack? You need to accept that you're back in society now. Deal with it.
You know what? You're right. Thank you.
Hey, Winston, I've got a surprise for you.
What? Julia?